Hello, welcome to today's story time. Today, it's a horror story designed to give you chills and spills, exactly what you don't need at night just before you go to sleep. Have a good story, guys. We start at the beginning. Hey, Martin. So tell me, what am I involved in? Care to elaborate? Or just throwing mud yet again in capitals? Tell the people what I'm involved with. It will be a great start, Martin. Bigger. Don't think you go ahead, be my guest, because I would also like to know. Or, bigger, are you just going to set me up again in capitals and frame me again, capitals? Why spoil, smaller, the habit of a lifetime, Martin? Me. As you say, it ain't gonna fly, Martin, and you will find out soon enough. Why in capitals? So, show everyone this proof, capitals, Martin. So everyone your proof of me being involved. Then I can show you mine, capitals. Woo. Martin, as you know as well as I do that your framing of me started last September. Capitals in September, and when the initial framing didn't work, this is smaller, you decided it would be a good idea to label me again about Lex and Salty. Again, it didn't quite work out, but you were getting there. Smaller. Now you did succeed with Winston's Revenge, with a lot of help from your waste management crew of subscribers, who you did a very good job with in convincing them. So 3 cheers to you for that one. Great job in psychological warfare, but you forgot many things. Now then, Martin, this is smaller. At that point, I said enough is enough. Then you went a step further by alleging I was AD's right-hand man. Again, it would be a great idea to show everyone your proof in capitals, Martin, and you can forget your silly IP addresses and phishing links. You see, Martin, this is smaller. Even some people in your own backyard were not impressed. Worse, spilt where, with the manner in which you'd been conducting yourself. They were afraid of receiving similar treatment to what I had received. But unlike yourself, Martin, I gather real proof, capitals, often, straight from the horse's mouth. Remember the anonymous mask with a task? He had lots of other little helpers who you, capitals, don't have a clue about, were like me, they had a task. Smaller, not given out by me, capitals, but from self-discipline and overwhelming desire for justice, who like me, who asked me, capitals, if they could end this ongoing abuse by you. They didn't steal IP addresses and harvest them like you do, capitals. That's illegal in the manner you, capitals, use them. They simply observed. The Winston's Revenge framing was extremely low, which ripped my channel to bits. My Facebook account, my Messenger account, attempting framing me with my own family was as low as you could get. Doxing my wife's workplace, my own address, setting me up to be targeted by nutcases in my own backyard. And people have the nerve to ask, why do you dislike Martin? Are you all for real? Wouldn't you? Remember how he does it, people. Those IP addresses are harvested for a reason, and what was achieved with them was highly illegal. And before you start spouting, I never said that, I never did that shit, close your mouth, don't waste your breath. Because I'll have more proof in capitals of your despicable actions than you could imagine. And there is a very good reason I have been so quiet. But by now, even you, capitals, should work that one out, Einstein. I think it's you. The clue is in the word proof. Capitals, also commonly known as evidence, capitals. Let me show you what you've achieved, Martin, capitals, and the implications to yourself in the eyes of the law. It's not good reading, Martin. Framing false claims, false allegations, harvesting IP addresses with the intent to cause harm, defamation, slander, cybercrime, hate speech, online abuse, cyber mass mobbing, doxing family, workplaces, contacting family with intent to cause psychological harm, having PDF files created with information, establishing IP addresses by running addresses through third parties with intent to cause harm, labelling, lying about facts, conspiracy to cause psychological damage, dying about my wife, and enlisting others to participate in your cybercrime, harassment, doxing, defamation, defiling, framing, and so on. Didn't really think all of this through, did you, Martin? When you started your personal vendetta against me. And a final point. is that you use the murders of a woman and her children in order to orchestrate your smear campaigns against innocent people and using the Rusek family as your bait. Martin, I thought you were brighter than that, to be honest. And I'm just glad I refused when you reached out through other people to ask me to help you. I could tell the devastation you were about to cause, but unlike Martin, I have very good intuition and foresight. I knew in my heart back then how this was going. The rest, as I say, is history. You see, Martin, I'm not AD. When I say I have proof, capitals, it means I don't play cards and I certainly don't bluff. Remember the old saying, Martin and crew, I'm always 2 steps ahead in front of the crowd. You best believe it. 2 steps ahead in front of the... An IP address in isolation, not personal data under the Data Protection Act, according to the Information Commission, is about an IP address that can become personal data when combined with other information and when used to build a profile of an individual, even if that individual's name is unknown. In the hands of an ISP, an IP address becomes personal data when combined with other information that is held, which includes the customer's name and address. In the hands of the website operator, it can become personal data through user profiling. Most sites do not profile their users using an IP address. They definitely use an IP address for demographic purposes, such as counting visitors, their countries of origin, and the choice of ISP. Their organisation might also be identifiable. Static IP addresses are different, and with cookies they can be linked to a particular computer, which may act by assumption be linked to an individual user. If static IP addresses went to form the basic of profiles that are used to deliver targeted marketing messages to particular individuals, they and their profiles will be personal data subject to the Data Protection Act 1998. However, it's not easy for a website operator to distinguish between dynamic and static IP addresses, thus the scope for using IP addresses for personal profiling is limited. This approach has now been incorporated into guidance on the Information Commission's website entitled Collecting Personal Information Using Websites, June 2007. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Unless you happen to be employed in that field, of course. What? Oh, Martin thinks it's a good idea to say I'm connected via AD to a child grooming ring, which also apparently involves a gypsy family who are friends of AD. He also states this is smaller that I claim my wife was dead. Oh, what a despicable thing to accuse someone of. Once more, Martin, capitals. Shows you proof, capitals. Martin framed me for a channel which he assumed was connected to AD, which of course was his master plan. He didn't, however, work alone in framing me at help. But again, we, capitals, have proof, capitals, all of this cybercrime committed by Martin from day 1, to be precise, May 9th. And when that plan commenced for real soon, we, capitals, will reveal all those involved in this criminal cybercrime activity. Criminal cybercrime. Smaller than exactly how they achieved it via waste management. So much underhand corruption has emerged and taken place. I can't stress enough the importance of protecting yourself against this despicable man. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's horror story. Please tune in tomorrow for the night of the cheese toastie. Take care until then.